Of the 5 steps in our cold email at scale process, the step that causes the most amount of confusion is the third step, which is the crafting the messaging part. And that's because this is the step that requires the most amount of customized strategy, personalization, copywriting skills, and just creativity, which on top of taking into account best practices, which you can find all over the internet, the true way that you're able to find success with this part of the strategy is by putting yourself in the mind of the person who's going to be on the other end of the email and working from there to write something that they would actually be interested. And I feel like this is obvious, but the reason that people get stumped here is that there is no step-to-step process to follow to get this done 100% of the time, that you could just plug and play and get immediate results. So what I wanted to do here is to, instead of giving you a bunch of steps to follow, I'm going to be showing you some of the cold email angles that I wrote for a handful of companies so that you can see the thought process that I went through, and you can apply this yourself for your own company as well. So the first company that I did this for, and I'm going to be showing you, is Strive, which is a company that basically is an app that kind of tracks employee engagement. It helps them be more productive. It decreases companies' turnover rate, so making sure that employees feel engaged in the company. One thing you can do is poke around their website, and another thing you can do is actually go to their reviews to see what benefits people have gotten in the past. So this is like kind of direct market feedback. So the strategy of looking at reviews is basically saying, if somebody give you a 5-star review and you help them out and they really like it, then that means that if you target similar companies to them, you're probably going to be able to offer them a similar solution, and they're probably going to have a similarly positive experience. So on G2, I went to Strive's reviews and I came across this one, which is a 5-star review that says, as a solar service installation company, it was extremely difficult for us to connect and engage employees. Every job we did, we had thousands of dollars wasted due to simple correctable errors. The custom changes allowed us to have employees track their quality of work and get rewarded for it. So obviously, if Strive helped this solar installation company save thousands of dollars per job, then that is something where you're like, okay, well, any solar installation company would love to hear how Strive can help them save thousands of dollars per job. And specifically, they mentioned that they had this problem where they have a blue-collar decentralized workforce. That's enough information for us to craft an email angle for sure. So just off of that experience alone, I thought about what's another type of company that has a decentralized blue-collar workforce that is thousands of dollars per job, and that has a problem of communication and being able to engage the decentralized workers to actually do a good job and not just get the job done because they are thousands of miles away. And of course, interstate moving companies experience this problem all the time. So I was thinking, if we targeted interstate movers, especially movers that broker their moves to other companies, where those brokered companies have even less incentive to do a really good job because it's not even their company that they're representing. If we were able to present this solution to these types of companies, they would be very receptive to it. So I wrote this example email of, as the founder at International Van Lines, I'm sure you're always looking for ways to manage interstate or brokered crews more efficiently. Curious if I could help you cut costs while making your crews even happier to working with you. Would you be interested in learning more? Our software helped a solar service installation company save thousands per job while creating a more rewarding experience for their decentralized crews. Would you be interested in a quick demo to see if this might be useful to International Van Lines? So some of the things that this email includes is identifying a pain point that a company might be having. So we're assuming that any interstate moving company that either brokers moves or just does interstate moves themselves is going to have this problem. So that's the pain point that we're testing here. This question here kind of presents a no-brainer scenario of the benefits of working with this company, Strive. So for example, if we could help you cut costs, obviously that's really going to be really important to a founder, while making your crews even happier working with you. So that kind of addresses the juxtaposition of A lot of the times, whenever you present the possibility of cutting costs, it means that your employees are going to be less happy working with you. So if you are able to cut costs, which is a positive, and also make your crews even happier, then that's a win-win scenario where they are not having to make this decision that usually means one or the other. So this is just social proofing using that one singular review that I talked about already, showing how they helped a company in a similar situation save thousands of dollars per jobs and provided a more rewarding experience for their decentralized crews. So decentralized crews save thousands of dollars per jobs. That is enough information for an interstate moving company to say, yeah, these are definitely relevant to us. And then it's just pitching a demo call. All right, so that's just because I came across that review, but what would you do if they didn't have a wonderful review like that to base an entire email copy off of? Just on their homepage, I see they have a list here of a bunch of companies that they've worked with. I looked into them and I noticed that a lot of them were in the insurance space. So I was like, well, if they help insurance companies, then of course they're going to be able to resonate with insurance companies because they provide results for that exact industry. So here's another example. I saw you're the founder at Insurco, just a random insurance company I came up with. Just wanted to reach out since we help insurance companies unleash their employees' potential with our engagement fueling software. Our software rewards productivity, cultivates happiness, and buys back some time for HR. We've helped companies like McGiff and Risk Strategies achieve exactly that. So I found of that list of insurance companies that I came across that they've helped, I chose the two that were biggest, which would hopefully, because they're in the industry, they would recognize these brands and say, oh, well, if Risk Strategies trusted them and they helped them, then obviously, since we're a very similar company, we might be an even smaller company than the one that they helped, we should probably be interested as well. Same CTA as before. All right, next up is this company named Lynx, which is a property management software. And so I looked to their case studies. I found a couple of these. So this is a vacation home client that they helped. They had an interview with them where they talked about how there have been a couple of big differences since adopting this property management system. Since their portals allow us to see the status of locks, batteries, and even operate them remotely. So we have been able to accept properties typically outside of our management radius, meaning we have been able to expand our business with confidence. So since this is something that they were able to do for this vacation rental property management company, I imagine that this is something that would be a relevant pain point that they could solve for other vacation rental property management companies outside of just them. So just using that information alone, I would reach out to other vacation rental management companies and with a message like this. Hey Vic, as the founder at Mikasa, I'm sure you're always looking for ways to scale efficiently without bringing on more costs. We help vacation rental property management companies like Mikasa transition to a tailored PMS that saves you time and money. So here I'm showing the value of Lynx. Our contactless check-in solutions are so reliable that Cassiola Vacation Homes has been able to accept properties outside their management radius while cutting costs. Would you be interested in a quick call to see what tailored solutions would help Mikasa scale and save on costs? So here, putting myself in the mindset of a vacation rental property management company, obviously, if you're in this situation, you want to have as many properties as you possibly can handle. But as you expand past a certain radius, you need to start expanding how many employees you have to be able to do check-ins and do all the things that are required in operations for this. So because of the specific benefits of this property management software, allowing another vacation rental property management company take on more clients outside of their typical radius. This is something that surely would resonate with somebody who is being limited right now by the fact that their operational costs only increase as they try to take on more properties outside of the radius that they are able to operate in right now. So that is sort of the angle there. And of course, this is going to be tested against a totally different angle for a totally different type of person. So I also noticed that they helped this motel company increase their contactless check-ins, direct booking rates. So with the information that I saw in that case study, I came up with this other angle for that company. Hi Vic, curious if I could help you increase your direct booking rate while automating early check-in and late checkout requests. So early check-in. Right, so guests can automatically request early check-ins and late checkouts through links, and guests love the contactless experience, and the Southwind Motel team loves the reduced burden on front desk staff. So this is something that is increasing the value perceived by their clients, by their customers, and it's also decreasing the amount of work and time and energy invested by their own employees, making them also happier. So for somebody who understands that specific pain point, they're going to be able to make that connection because we're talking to them. We're targeting specifically companies who are going to resonate with that kind of pain point. So, you increase your direct booking rate. Obviously, that means more money. But obviously, automating your early check-in and late checkout requests being something that's going to boost the happiness of your customers and it's going to boost the happiness of your employees. The next thought is that it's going to cost you more money. But in this case, they actually were able to save money. So you're getting all these additional perks and save money. So this is something that if you are somebody who owns a motel or a boutique hotel, you're going to resonate with this. So this is something that we would target only for people who own these types of businesses. So we help motels like Luna Motel automate operations with tailored solutions unique to you. We did this for Southwind Motel in Ohio and helped them increase their direct booking rate by 99% and increase their revenue per available room by 292% in the first 3 months. Is it okay if I send some information on how we can do this for Luna Motel? All right, moving through these. Next up, Smart Panda Labs, which is a marketing company that has technical execution, post-click digital. It really doesn't matter exactly what they do. Went to their case studies, and that's what matters, the results that they've gotten for clients. So the first one I wanted to talk about was this Wyndham Vacation Rental. So somewhat similar to the other one because they helped that company with a totally different solution. So here are some of the results that they brought in for them. $8 million in incremental annual revenue. So that's obviously something that's going to sound really nice to any other vacation rental company. So I went into the actual case study to get a little bit more information about what they did. And basically the client arrived to them because they needed to improve their digital experience, particularly to compete with digital services like VRBO and Airbnb. So there, we found the pain point that they came to them with, which is enough information for us to say that if Wyndham had this pain point, then similar companies are going to have the pain point. I'm going to start getting really repetitive because that is basically the thinking that I do for the very first draft of this type of thing is find clients that you have delivered results for, figure out what their pain points were that made them choose to work with you, and then highlight the results that you were able to get for them. So that is essentially the formula here. As the founder at Mikasa Vacation Homes, I'm sure you're always looking for ways to improve your site's digital experience to compete with services like Airbnb and VRBO. Sound familiar? Yeah, don't overthink it. It's really that simple. We help vacation rental management companies like Mikasa increase their website-driven revenue by 10% in 12 months. So what I wanted to say here is that you'll notice that in all of these copies that I sent out, I haven't been talking about all of the benefits of the company that we are writing this out for, because for cold outreach, people don't care who you are. I know that your service is amazing and your results speak for themselves. You don't have to be telling them about all of these proprietary, streamlined solutions and everything that makes your specific software or services or platform unique. Just stick to what will resonate with them. Right now, meet them where they are. Find the pain point that they are going to resonate with and provide results that are relevant to them. That's it. So we did this for Wyndham Vacation Rentals and added an extra $8 million to their annual revenue. We have the blueprint to help you do the same. Do you mind if I send some more information on how we can do the same for Mikasa? Another case study that I looked at and wrote an angle for was this one, which was for MIT Sloan Executive Education Program. So let's find out why they started. So first thing, find out why they decided to work with Smart Panda Labs. It offers a non-degree program around the world. primary objective of marketing and business development is to drive new participants to their program and encourage ongoing participation and continued enrollment among past participants and companies, driving greater customer lifetime value. So there it is. Their ultimate goal is to get a greater customer lifetime value. What were they able to deliver for them? So they were able to increase registration conversions by 67%, increase new participant creation rate by 28%, decrease CPA by 54%, and increase email CTR by 21%. So you'll notice that these numbers are numbers that are going to be relevant to a marketing person. If you are not in marketing, then these numbers sound like a ton of jargon to you. But if you are in marketing, these are the things that you want to hear about. Considering that they mentioned that the primary objective of their marketing and business development team is, then that means that is the department that approached Smart Panda Labs to work together. So those are the people who are going to be most interested in this particular angle. So reaching out to other executive education programs, specifically their marketing department, I came up with this draft. So as the head of marketing, so now it's not the founder, now it's the head of marketing at Duke Executive Education, I'm sure you're always looking for ways to drive greater customer lifetime value. Again, sound familiar? Took it straight from them. We help executive education programs increase their new participant account creation rate by 25% in just 1 year. We actually helped increase MIT Sloan's rate by 28%, while also increasing their registration rate by 67% and decreasing their CPA by 54%. So I mentioned that what this company does is help you increase your new participation account creation rate by 25%. They overachieved that by getting MIT Sloan 28%. So they're getting them more money by hitting that one goal. They're also getting them more money by increasing their registration rate, and they're decreasing the CPA, which is cost per acquisition, by 54%. So making more money, cutting down on costs at the same time. But since we're targeting the heads of marketing here, we are presenting it as increasing registration rate, increasing new participant account creation rate, and decreasing CPA. Because the heads of marketing are reporting to somebody who is concerned about increasing revenue or decreasing costs. The heads of marketing, in order to do that, these are the numbers that they're looking at. So they're going to resonate with these numbers. So is it okay if I send some more information on how we can do this for Duke?